V70S has failed the MOT on the parking brake efficiency, despite the fact that I did a full brake refresh on the rear for the last MOT. So today what I'm going to do is fit a parking brake adjustment screw, which these were fitted to the Mark 1 V70 but not fitted to the Mark 2, and with these fitted, hopefully we'll be able to get the parking brake efficiency back up above what it should be. So I'm just going to run through this quickly. I've probably got a video doing the brakes on this car, so if you need to do the brakes completely, see that video. We need to start by removing the caliper. So we've got two 13mm bolts. Remove the caliper and carrier completely in one unit. Pretty surprised by the condition of the discs in 1 year and 15,000 miles. These were Delphi. So I've removed the bolts from the carrier. There may be a little lip on the disc, or a large lip on yours if it's been on for a while. But usually if you pull the caliper forwards, you can push the piston back in, even just by hand. And just sit the caliper out of the way if you can. $10mm bolt, just holding the disc in position on the hub. So everything you see relating to the brakes was brand new 15,000 miles ago, a year ago. So as we're only fitting an adjuster, we don't need to remove the brake shoes completely. This is the adjuster. This bit's loose, so we'll be fitting it that way, and it fits at the front here. We've got this small spring here. Unfortunately, these small springs are easy enough to remove by hand. Then we need to pull out this piece here. And if there's enough space, without removing this retaining spring, you can get the new one in as well. Yep, so that's lucky, because these can be a bit of a pig to get out. But if you do need to get it out, you just need to take some long nose pliers, push the centre in and turn it until it's the correct way around to come out at the back. So pay attention to which way lengthens the adjuster and which way shortens it. We need it in the shortest position for now. Refit the spring. So when we're adjusting it, we'll be turning it clockwise if you're looking at it from the top, but it won't matter because we'll be adjusting it through this hole here once the disc is back in position, and we'll be moving it left. Refit the disc. Fit the 10mm bolt back on, using a new one because the other one had cross-threaded. Looks like I've got a slightly bad thread. Now you could refit the caliper now, but I think that it'll be easier to adjust the parking brake with the caliper out of the question, because you need to feel for bind on the shoes. So basically what you want to do now is line up with the adjuster, if you can find it. So just there, just about see it. And what we're doing is we are adjusting the new adjuster until we can't move the disc. Does seem to be a bit of a knack to it. The other side seemed to go a little bit easier. I might have been trying to push it the wrong way, so I'm pushing it to the right. This is the near side rear of the vehicle. I'm pushing the adjuster to the right, which would be anti-clockwise from the top. Right, you see, nearly locked up, so we've got quite a bit of bind. So if we just go back slightly from this, still a little bit too much bind. probably an acceptable amount. The disc may not be fully central. So we'll try the handbrake now. So before I've adjusted the handbrake, I've removed the gaiter and loosened this adjustment screw here, basically so it's fully out. So this is the additional adjustment that, as the system wears, we'll be able to use after refitting the wheels and everything. So as you can see, it's still a little bit high, but we've got plenty of room for adjustment on here. So apply the handbrake. And check whether you can move the discs by hand. Now this won't actually indicate that much, because you pushing a disc is a lot different to a car being parked on a hill. You don't have much leverage from the centre of the hub. So what you can do is stick two of the bolts back in the hub. And then with the breaker bar, try and avoid hitting the threads on the bolts. But with the breaker bar, you'll be able to see if you can turn the disc, and that's pretty good. Do the same on both sides. If you're happy that both discs are locking up nicely with the parking brake, refit the calipers. So there's no more adjustment that can be done at the disc or the brake shoes. What we can do now is release the handbrake and tighten this nut. I think originally these nuts do have a metal case over them, so you may not be able to do it by hand like I am. You'll have to use a 10mm spanner, and you're just adjusting this down until you're at a point where the handbrake is applied in 3 clicks. So full force at 3 clicks. 1, it's on. If you pull your hardest, 3 clicks. And that's basically how we can adjust the parking brake on the P2 Volvo by fitting the adjusters. So I hope this gets a few people's cars through the MOT, same as mine, and hopefully this is a permanent fix, unlike last year where I just renewed the rear brakes.